Hey guys, how you doing? So I said today I wanted to do a little live on ego and why it's important and clear up some stuff around it. This video is about a month overdue. I did a post in the group a while ago talking about this. It was a really good thread. People had some really cool stuff to say about it. First off, apologies for being so late on it. The last month's been a little crazy for me. I've had to move and I've had a bit of upheaval in my life, but we're going to do it now. We're here, so we're going to get it done. So what I want to talk about today is like ego, what it is, why it's important, and how you go about using it, harnessing it, and molding it to the level where you can use it effectively in your brigade to lead, to be part of a team, etc. So first off, I want to define how I'm going to be framing this today. So basically, the definition of ego, how I see it, is your sense of self-esteem, your self-worth, your self-importance, and how that ties into how you work in your brigade, how you lead a team, etc. All right, so first off, your self-esteem, for me, that's like your confidence. All right, so confidence and ego gets confused, but generally your confidence is fed by your ego, and sort of vice versa, right? So people get confused. They think it's the same thing, and it's not really, okay? So a healthy ego will breed healthy confidence. A bad ego will breed bad confidence. And bad confidence is like cockiness, arrogance, stuff like that, things that you don't want. Hi, guys. I'm going to try and keep up with the comments as best I can. So confidence, first and foremost, confidence comes from demonstrated performance. So the more you do something, or the more you do a task or display a skill, the better you're going to get at it, and the easier it is for you to harness the confidence and use it to succeed in your career, right? Now, if you get out of control with your confidence, it becomes dangerous, toxic, whatever, which is where the bad stuff around ego comes. Again, hi guys, how you doing? So you constantly must balance your confidence, right? And how to do this is you got to get yourself in the mindset like, I've learnt this, but there's more to learn. I've learnt this, so now I can teach others. Trust me when I tell you, and for the older heads in here, they'll know too, teaching can be awfully humbling for you. It can really keep you in check, because you'll be humbled in the sense that you'll be able to better engage with your brigade and help upskill them, but it also teaches you that you still have a lot to learn as well. So it helps keep everything balanced. Another way you can balance your confidence, Timothy, it has been a while, mate. These are going to be regular again. My work situation has settled down. My living arrangements have settled down, so I'm back in the groove, man. Good to see you on, bro. So the third way is like, I've learnt one way, but there's other ways for me to learn. And you want to be constantly open to every other technique, okay? So making a risotto, for example, or cutting an onion or anything like that. Now, the more confidence you get and the better your confidence is, the better it'll allow you to attack more skills. You'll have the confidence when you walk into a new setting or you're presented with a new task, you will face it easier. Yeah, you will find it. It's bad to hear, Timothy. It'll be easier for you to adapt as well, because you'll be able to like, yeah, I can do that. Hello, Catherine. How are you? So that's part how confidence and ego feed each other. You know. And again, you don't like, the balance is really important. So again, I've learned this, but there's more to learn. I've learned this, so now it's my job to teach others and learn off them as well. Because every time you teach something to someone, you'll learn a new way to teach as well, because everybody learns differently. So it's a good way for you to keep that balance and keep your confidence in check where it can remain healthy. You don't want to get into the realm of arrogance and I know everything, which a lot of professionals can. Hey Corey, how you doing? Hey James. Feel sorry for the Broncos today, Corey. You got whooped. Hey James, how you doing, man? Yeah, so think of confidence as your what, in the sense that like confidence is what you can do. what you can and can't do. Always be aware of what you can't do and be looked to fill that gap, but be aware of what you can do and what you can offer as well. So the second thing would be the second thing for ego is your sense of self-importance, right? And people, again, will get real stuck up on this. Like they'll get, oh, you think yourself, like, when I say self-importance, I don't mean as in like you think you're the most important person around or you think that you're better than anybody else. Think of importance as your attitude or how you express your ego, like how you go about expressing that and bringing that to others and bringing that to your brigade. So a way to keep that in check and a way to harness that in a really healthy way is you always want to be for others over yourself. So you want to bring your attitude as in like, what can I do for you? What can I do for my brigade, right? How can I approach a situation or whatever that'll make me and the brigade better, right? It'll make you better, and then you want to focus on making everyone around you better by harnessing that confidence and expressing it in a healthy attitude. So again, it goes back to the yes, it will be, James. A while ago, these used to be very regular in the group. I dropped the ball. I wasn't as strict as I should be. If you scroll back through, there's heaps around. There's a few from ages ago talking about all kinds of stuff. But yes, they will be regular, probably this time every week. So yeah, your attitude. So how you approach your brigade. So again, that goes back to the learning and the teaching and having the confidence to be able to do that. Don't boast what you can't do. Okay. Nobody likes somebody who shoots their mouth off but can't back up what they claim. Okay. I don't mind working with someone who's has a bit of braggadocio and has a bit of swagger about them. I don't mind that if they can back it up. That can rub off on the rest of the brigade in a good way as well. Like every brigade will have superstars or they'll have guys that can do more than others. And if you're one of those people and you know you are, or you recognize that you are, you can use that to make everybody around you better. Like you got a 500 cover service, there's 4 of you. If you have that attitude like, hey, we can do it together because we work together and because I'm going to lead you or etc., people will follow you and they'll buy in, right? Because your attitude's great, all right? You're not on a high horse, you're not on a mountain saying, we're better because I'm here and I'm doing it. Cheers, James. Your brigade will rally around that. And I'm sure you guys have worked with chefs like that where you will take confidence from the fact that they're on the line with you. You know, you're going to feel like somebody calls in sick or you get a surprise booking or things go sideways. You can remain calm and you can remain engaged and healthy and stress-free because people have that attitude. Like, hey, man, you know, we're going to do this together. Hey, Angel, how are you? Hi, Ernest. Justin. Exactly, Brett. Trickle effect. So it's not about I'm better because I'm here. We're going to be better because we're going to work to. Yeah, exactly, Jesse. Exactly. And if you know you're that chef that makes your crew better, that's good. And it won't get toxic and it won't get negative if you always approach it with the attitude of like, I'm here to help you be better. All right. You're not here to help me in what I want to do. I'm here to help us do what we want to do. Always got to be about the collective when it comes to anything team-based. And your team will buy in. And I've done videos on culture where like this is a big part of culture, but it's really effective. And so that will come from your ego as well. So like your confidence will let you have that attitude and they'll kind of feed each other. Yeah, so a healthy one will let your team will automatically be better because you're a part of it and they know that you have their back no matter what, right? Now, there's a flip side to this. If you're a high achiever, right, and you know people can fall into the trap of expecting a lot from others because of what you can produce. And that's fine, but okay, Timothy. If you expect a lot from your brigade and if you ride them hard, and I'm not saying that's automatically a negative thing because it can be useful depending on the venue and your setup, a lot is going to be expected from you as well. And that comes back to don't talk about, exactly, Ernest, lead by example. Don't Don't brag or don't overextend yourself into areas that you don't understand, because that will reflect negatively on you and that will bring the morale of the team down. So be aware of what you can do. And so the best way I put it is like, expect the best of yourself and expect the best of others, even though the best of others might not necessarily be at your level and your best might not be at someone else's level. But as long as the best is being produced and brought out, it doesn't matter. Okay, it remains healthy, it remains balanced, and it remains positive, and the team buys in, the morale stays high, and everybody is working together for the common goal of kicking ass. And so that comes to like, you remain humble about what you do and how you go about it, but still be aware of what you can do. Okay, like, yeah, I can knock out 300 steaks in 3 hours on a grill and have none come back. Like, be humble about that. Don't go, like, carrying on like you're the greatest fucking grill chef in the world. But be aware you can do it, and your team will know you can do it. So if it gets in the shit, they're not going to be stressed out. They're like, yep, we have Mike on our team, and with Mike on our team, we can do this together. He's doing the best he can, so I'm going to do the best I can, and together we're the best we can be. All right. So that's what I mean by self-importance. Don't get caught up on. Exactly, Brett, give them power. Exactly. Don't get caught up on how important you are to yourself. Focus on how important you are to your team and how important they are to you. Okay, very, very important. So that's your self-importance, again, fed by your ego. So the third thing I look at ego is it will help with your self-worth. What you're worth, your personal your personal worth and your communal worth. So personal is a bit more when it comes to ego helping your self-worth in a personal sense. It comes down to things like pay, what you will and won't work for. Exactly right, Jesse. What you will and won't work for, what you will and won't put up with, and that comes down to what you want to be paid, what conditions you want to work under, and what culture you want to be a part of in your group, in your brigade. So always be aware of what you can offer, how you offer that, and how that translates into how you should be treated by other members of the brigade and your employers. Now, worth in the communal sense is what you're worth to your team. So again, that comes back to what you can offer your team, right? How you'll help build and maintain that team, and how you'll help their cohesion, effectiveness, efficiency, all that kind of thing. So that's your self-worth. You have to be very aware of that, because without that, your attitude will it can get out of control if it's not tempered by your worth, or you'll be taken advantage of. Which, good morning, Sim. Afternoon. Good afternoon from Australia, mate. So your self-worth is very important at keeping everything aligned properly, because you don't want to feel like you're doing more than what you have to, or you're being taken advantage of. And yes, Lucas. So I don't know if you might be late here, man. If you go back and watch it from the start, I was talking about teaching being a very important part of this. Yeah. Hey Ben, how you doing? Cheers, man. Yeah, Lucas, I touched on this before. Teaching helps keep you grounded, it helps keep you humble, and it helps keep the morale of the team up, because they know that you're there for them no matter what. So how I look at the three sort of aspects of ego and how you use them in a kitchen would be confidence, attitude, and self-worth. Or you could use them another way, as in, like, confidence is your what, like what you do or what you can offer. Your attitude would be how you offer that and how you approach that and how you harness your ego. And your value is why you do it. So you do it, your why is like, it might be your paycheck. It might be to further your career. It might be to help build good teams. Like, whatever that why is. So your confidence will feed your attitude, right? So the more confidence you get, your attitude will grow and morph, and then which lets you lift your value, because the more you can do and the better you can do it, the more valuable you are to your brigade, to your employers, etc. So confidence feeds attitude, which helps build your value. If you want to look at it back the other way, your why or your value is built up by your how. So it's built by your attitude, which is based in what you can do, right? So when people think of ego, they tend to think that they tend to think of it as a singular thing, right? Oh, it's about me, 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 me. No, not it can be, and we've all seen chefs like that, or people like that in general. It's not just a chef thing, and that can get toxic and nasty and stuff like that. But you always, so basically, the main point you want to understand is like, be aware of what you can and can't do, and don't step outside of those things confidently. Like, don't become an arrogant shit and think you know or can do more than you can. Always be there for your team, and always want to be there to help make your team better and teach others, and you know, bring everybody together, you know. And then you want to use that to build yourself up as well as others. So if you build yourself up in a healthy way, others will come with you, right? So you'll build your value and you'll build theirs. So your apprentices or your line cooks, hello Jackon, how are you, mate? They'll be better because of you, and then they'll be able to be better. They'll go off and be able to lead their teams in effective ways as well. And then what that does is that has a net effect on the industry and the people you work with, where you're sort of spreading this really healthy attitude, and you're spreading this really healthy approach. And all it took was for you to work on your ego a little bit and learn how to harness it. Yep, exactly, Lucas. You have to be, yep, I talked about this before. The more confident you are, the better you're able to be to attack new challenges. Hey Michael, cheers mate. Hey Lucas, so when I'm finished, it'll go up in the group. You can go back and watch the start that you missed. Yeah, so that's basically it, guys. I don't want to make this too long, but that's how I approach it, and that's how I use my ego to be able to navigate teams and to navigate venues, and being able to consistently build effective teams. Yeah, exactly, Tim. Yeah, exactly. Respect is another big one. I've done a video on this before. I'll try and dig them up. They're in the units. I've put most of these in the units in the group. So yeah. I'm going to be doing another couple of written posts on this just to sort of expand it. But I just wanted to do this video. I'm sorry about it being late. It was meant to be like a month ago. But yeah, that's it. That's all I really wanted to explain about ego and how I approach it and how I view it, as not a negative thing. Hey Ken, how are you, mate? Yeah, so that's that. A little bit of business, guys. So very shortly, as in the next few days, I'm going to be branching out into some management and leadership training for chefs. It's a big skill gap. We don't get taught how to do it. So I've been working on the ground with people, IRL, real life, whatever, doing mentoring and stuff like this. I've been working with a few individual chefs. Yeah, exactly, Cameron. I've been working with a few individual chefs behind the scenes like this. I've actually built an entire course around it. So it'll teach you how to master yourself properly and give yourself the best chance to be the best leader you can be, and then how that translates into leading teams and leading brigades and all that kind of thing. I'm going to be making a proper official announcement about it in the group soon, probably tomorrow or the next day. So that's going to be a separate course outside of the group that people are going to partake in, and we're going to be doing some training. It's going to be like a 4 or 5 week thing. It's going to be a constant thing. So if anybody's interested in that, keep your eye out for that, or send me a message and I'll give you a bit more information. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't want to drag this out too long. If you have any questions or queries, shoot down in the comments after the video goes up. I'll answer them, or shoot me a PM, or put something up in the group and we can have a group discussion, because that's what we're there for. We're there for each other. So hey Xavier, how are you, man? No worries, Yakon. Yeah, I will, Timothy. I'll make sure you see it, man. It'll be visible. So I'm gonna put it up as events and announcements and stuff. I'll make it as visible as I possibly can. So thanks to everyone that's watching or will watch, and we'll see you later.